Hi, a very good morning children. A warm welcome to the new session. Happy Thursday all of you. And today's date is August 26th. Is it or not? Yes. Today's date is August 26th and the day is Thursday. 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 Subject. Thursday means which subject children do you have? Subject EVS. Yes or no? Yes. In the class, third standard. Yes. Subject EVS. In the previous class, we have studied about plants, green wealth topic we have finished, and one more about animals, domestic animals, wild animals. About the animals topic also we have finished. A day in the garden, the lesson name A Day in the Garden, and the second lesson green wealth. In this chapter green wealth we have studied about plants, and in the first chapter we have studied about animals. Okay. Yes. From today onwards I am going to start with a new chapter. From today onwards we are going to start with a new chapter. What is the chapter name? In your EVS subject, open the EVS textbook, page number 19. Page number 19. The lesson number 3, Judgment of the Owl. Judgment of the Owl. Okay. The lesson number 3, lesson name Judgment of the Owl. You might be thinking, what is there in this lesson? It seems they have given one story. They have given one story in your textbook. In the lesson number 3, they have given one story, children. We need to read the story. Not today, okay? Tomorrow I am going to read the story, and while reading time, I will explain you what is the meaning of the story itself. I am going to explain tomorrow, okay? In the next class, I am going to read the story. In this today's session, you are going to learn about what you are going to learn under this chapter, Judgment of Owl. Judgment of Owl itself you are going to learn. We are going to discuss about what we are going to learn under this chapter, Judgment of the Owl. Already they have given one story. Yes, in the next class we are going to read this story and I will make you to understand about this story. But before going to read the story, in this lesson they have discussed about which thing they have discussed about which things. In the first lesson we have studied about animals. In the second lesson we have studied about plants. In this lesson what we are going to study, children? We are going to study about living things and non-living things. About living things and about living things and non-living things. Non-living things. In this session, I am going to give you the introduction about living things and non-living things. Why? In this lesson, Judgment of the Owl, you are going to learn about living and non-living things. What is the difference between living and non-living things? What are non-living things? What are non-living things? What are the characteristics non-living things have? What are the characteristics living things have? It seems you are going to learn under this chapter, Judgment of the Owl. Even I agree, they have given one story. Yes, we need to read the story, we need to understand about the story. Before going to read the story, we need to understand about living things and non-living things. Can you able to say what is the meaning of living things? What is the meaning of non-living things? Can anyone able to say what is the meaning of living and non-living things? I tell you, children, in our surrounding there are many things. Do you agree or not, children? In our surrounding there are many things. Can we able to see in our surrounding? Many things are there. For living things, another one is non-living things. Yes or no? Yes, in our surrounding there are many things are there. Animals, plants, birds, wooden items, chairs, plastic items, rubber items, fiber items, even human beings. So many things are there. Those things can be divided into two types. One is living things, another one is non-living things. Living things means what? Living things. Some of the things, living things, are able to breathe, which can breathe, which can grow, which can move, which can reproduce, which can feel. Those things are called living things. Clear? Living things means some things which can breathe, which can move, which can able to see, which can able to feel, which can able to reproduce, which can able to grow. Those things are called those things are called living things. Clear? Come to the second one, non-living things. What is the meaning of non-living things? Some of the things cannot grow, cannot breathe, cannot move from one side to another side, cannot need any food, or cannot need any water, cannot need any shelter, and then cannot grow, they cannot reproduce. Those things are called non-living things. Can we write what are those living things? What are the non-living things? Examples. Can we write it on the board? Yes. Living things. For example, plants. Yes, children. I told you while explaining about green belt chapter, plants are the only one living being thing on the earth. It can prepare their own food. Is it or not? Even plants also can breathe. With the help of stomata, plants have tiny pores on the leaves backside. With the help of tiny pores, it can breathe. The tiny pores are called stomata. S-T-O-M-A-T-A. Stomata. Okay. With the help of stomata, plants also can breathe. But it cannot move from one side to another place, children. Why? Because it won't need any food, no? It can prepare their own food. So why? For food purpose only, animals and human beings, we need to walk, children, to collect the food. For searching food, animals can move from one place to another place. But in the case of plants, plants can prepare their own food. So plants cannot walk, they can breathe. Plants, they can breathe and they prepare their own food. So plants are the living things. The conclusion is plants are the living things because it will grow. From the plant it becomes a big tree, right? Big tree. It can become a big tree. So plants are the living things. It will breathe. Plants will breathe. Plants needs water. Plants needs food to grow. So plants are living things. Next, come to the second one. Animals. Yes, animals also living things because it needs food. It needs water. It needs shelter also, children. So, and it will move from one place to another place for searching food. Then it will grow. From baby animal to it will become a big animal. It will grow, it will breathe, it can see, it will grow, it can move. So animals are also living things. Clear? Next come to the birds. B-I-R-D-S, birds. Birds also can move from one place to another place. How? With the help of their wings, it can fly from one place to another place. Even it needs water. Birds also need water. How we feel thirsty, right? In the same way, birds also feel thirsty. It will also drink water. It will also need food. It needs shelter. It will grow. From baby one to it will become a elder one. It will become a big one. Okay. So it will move from one place to another place for searching shelter and food. Okay. So birds also are living things. It will reproduce. Okay. Then come to the human beings. No need to write anything, children. Human beings. Do you agree, children? We are living things. Yes, no? Yes. We can able to walk from one place to another place. We need water. When we feel thirsty, we need water. We'll grow. Is it? Yes. Then we can breathe. We can breathe out, breathe in. Then we can feel it. If anything happens to us, means we can feel it. Then we can reproduce. So human beings are the living things. Clear? Next, the small germs. All types of small germs, reptiles. These things also living things, because it also needs water. It also needs food. It also needs shelter. Clear? All the small germs, reptiles are water animals. Everything, all types of water animals, germs, then land animals, birds, insects, all types of animals are living things, because it will grow. It will move from one place to another place. It needs shelter. It needs water to live. It needs food to live. It will reproduce. That is the main thing. So all types of animals are called living things. How it will move, children? Birds, it will fly with the help of wings. How animals will move? With the help of their legs. Okay. How the insects will fly? With the help of wings. How the reptiles will move? With the help of their belly, it can move from one place to another place. How will human beings will walk from one place to another place? With the help of our legs. We can move from one place to another place. All the living being things can reproduce. Clear? Okay. Next, come to the non-living things. So it is opposite of living things, children. Non-living things means it's completely opposite of living things, because it will not grow, it cannot move, it will not reproduce, it will not feel, it won't need any, it will not breathe, it will not need any food, water, shelter. So it's completely opposite of living things, non-living things. Okay? Non-living things are completely opposite of living things, because it will not grow, it will not move from one place to another place by own. Then it will not grow, it will not breathe. Non-living things are not grow, not to feel, which cannot feel, which cannot breathe, which cannot grow, which cannot need any food, water, shelter. Those things are called non-living things. For example, house. House need any food, water to grow? No, it won't grow, right? Yes. Next, wooden items. It will not move from one place to another place by its own, right? So many examples we can give, children. Then house, wooden items, chairs. Then glass. So many examples we can give for the non-living things. How we can say it is non-living things? It says which cannot grow, which cannot walk, which cannot feel, which cannot reproduce, which cannot breathe. Those items are called non-living things. Non-living things are completely opposite of living things. Those things are called non-living things. ಸಜೀವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ನಿರ್ಜೀವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು. ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಸಜೀವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಿರ್ಜೀವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್? ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ I hope now you are all clear about living things and non living things. What is the meaning of living things? What is the meaning of non living things? Okay, in the next session we are going to read the story what they have given in your textbook about judgment of the owl. Okay, while explaining about this chapter you are going to learn about living things and non living things also. That's the reason before going to read the lesson I have explained about living things and non living things. I hope now you all living and non-living things. Clear? Okay, children. Thank you. In the next session, we are going to read the story about judgment of the owl lesson. Clear? Thank you.